Hi everyone, so for this week's scraps tutorial I'm using these ones here. They're from an old scrapbooking 12 by 12 pad. I can't remember their name right now, but I'll link it below if you want to check that one out. So some really nice ones there. But I've got 5 really nice designs to show you, so let's get started. So I'm going to start off with this one here. Now I actually stuck the 4th one down. I always like to leave one not finished so I can show you, but basically I've cut myself here a piece of 2 by 2 square, so I've got 4 of them, and then this is a piece of 2 1/4 by half. And I've just stuck it right on the top. There's a little overhang. The idea is it's going to look like a little present. So I've popped some foam on the back there, and I also pop foam on the top there just to kind of give them a bit of dimension. And then I've got these really cute bows which just make it look like little presents. So what I want to do first of all is just place these down, and then I want to stamp my sentiment, because I don't want to stamp it after I've stuck them down because there's so much dimension with the foam. So I'm just going to place this down, just lay these where I want them to go, and I'm going to have a sentiment. I've got a nice thin happy birthday sentiment which I'm going to have running through the middle. So I just want to make sure I've got the same border at the top and the bottom and on the sides there, and then through the middle here I've got this Woodware One-Liners, and just going to use the happy birthday to you right at the top there. I'm going to take those away and just make sure that's straight, and then I might need to do this a couple of times because it's a solid stamp. And now I'm going to place these back again, and then I can stick them down. Now a little tip is I would add some liquid glue on to this side just over the foam. The foam's there purely for dimension, so this construction glue will secure everything in place, but it means that I've just got a little bit of time to wiggle it around and just make sure that they are exactly where I want them. So they're stuck down, but then I realised my sentiment is crooked. So to fix that, I've just stamped it again. And this time I've just cut it with a little frame, pop some foam on there. And now I can stick it over the top. But this time, make sure it's straight. I actually think it looks quite nice now lifted. And then I'm just going to use, I would probably use my hot glue, but I haven't got it turned on. So I'm just going to use my quick grab glue, and this will soon secure those in place. I'm just going to put a little bead of glue on each one. That won't take too long to dry. But there you have a really quick and easy card design. These kind of things I always say look great on the front if you've got like a pop-up card, so maybe the card's designed to be displayed open. That's just a really quick way to, you know, decorate the front so it's still nice when they take it out of the envelope, but then they've got the wow factor inside. So that's card number 1. So for card number 2, I've cut all of these pieces here just to kind of look like petals. Now I actually saw a really cool design on Pinterest. I can't remember the name of the person, so I will edit it in now. And she's done a beautiful flower. So I'm just going to play around. I might just have a big flower in the middle. She had it kind of offset, so it was just showing kind of one half. But basically you just take, you know, if I just show you in the middle first, and you just start to place down, try and do like a pattern and then more of a block colour, so like something like that. And then you could just put a small little circle in the middle there, and you could stamp a sentiment or have a different sentiment there. But then if you take another one, I put a little foam dot on the back of all of these, and you can kind of feed it just underneath if you use the foam. Again, I'm trying to get the designs that I haven't used, and you start to almost get 2 layers. I need to get it stuck down so you can really see how it looks, but you get a bigger bloom, and then you could add more again if you wanted to, but you need to keep the points all in the middle there, so it's not looking good. I need to start sticking it down for you to see exactly how that works. I'm just going to take those back away. I'm going to give myself a center point, so just roughly about there. just so I've got something to use. And I'm just going to take the backing off and just pop that like so. In fact, let me just lay the others down first so I know they're all going to fit. And as I've only put the little foam dot in the middle, I could do this before, but I can just kind of roll the edges there like so. And now I've got this, I think, yeah, I'll have it as a top fold. I could put the thin sentiment there if I work my way up a bit higher. And now I can start adding in the next layer. So you feed it underneath so it starts to just come out a bit higher. Again, I'm just going to roll up the edges there. And I'm just going to have each design opposite. So that one's there, so I'm going to have this one just further away. Okay, and then I can just punch a circle in the middle in a moment and pop that in the middle. But I think because I've got so many left, let's do an extra card. And I'll do another idea. So you can have all of the pieces kind of like this. I thought if you'd done this in like different blues, it could look like, it could be quite a nautical kind of style, because it could look like the ripples in the sea. And I thought it could be quite a nice effect. And just cover the whole piece and have them so they're coming off the paper there. So I think I'm going to start sticking these down with the last pieces here and get this covered. Okay, so that's it all stuck down, and then if you flip it over, you can then just go along and trim off all the overhang. Okay, and there's that one. Like I said, I think in blues or different blue pattern papers, you get a really nice nautical effect with that one. And you could have it as a side. It's nice that way as well. I really like that one. So that's 2 cards there. I'm going to do the sentiments for those towards the end, because I'm going to pull all my different sentiments out. So card number, well, let's say number 4, I guess. This is going to be like a bit of a chevron or herringbone effect, but I'm just using the 2 colours. So turn that one around because it's kind of like an ombre part of the paper there. But I'm just going to start off in the middle. You could have this kind of offset that way if you wanted to, but I think I'm going to do this right through the middle. And I just want to start off, so I'm going to make sure that point is as centered as possible, but like I said, it doesn't have to be, but that's just the look I'm going for. So if I want to get it in the middle, I need to make sure it's right in the middle. So this is 5, so 2.5, so it's actually more there is the middle, but it doesn't matter if there's glue there because the whole thing is going to be covered. But that point is hitting the 2.5 there. In fact, I think I'm going to bring that right up to the top. Yeah, if I go straight to the top, so that point there is hitting the 2.5, and I've got a nice right angle there. And now I'm just going to start building all of these next to it. So I'm just going to add the glue straight onto the card, and I just want to now have the opposite piece next to the, you know, the one there. Now you could use all different colours if you want. Then I'm going to take that one and pop it next to this one here, and then just keep repeating that. You're just working, just make sure you alternate, you know, your pattern or your plain. I thought it was quite nice doing a real kind of pattern piece against the plain, and this has got the foiling detail as well. And I'm going to do this until I've covered this whole piece of card. Okay, so now I'm just carrying on the pattern, just filling in these spaces. But what you can do is trim any pieces you got left in half. But also when you trim all of this off, you're going to have a lot of pieces to fill whatever's left up here. So I'll just do as much as I can with these pieces. Okay, now I'm going to flip that over. I open up the card there, and then I can just Again, trim away. Okay, so you can see now we've got that lovely design, and then all I need to do is just piece a little bit here. Let's use these smaller ones. Okay, so I will sift through these and just keep these longer pieces. They go back into the folder because I can use those for other cards. So I'm going to have this one as a top fold, and I'm going to have my sentiment running through the middle. I'm going to do all the sentiments I think at the end. I'm going to get these other two done and then show you them when they're finished. So card number 5 is another 5x7. And I've just cut these 1/2-inch strips. So basically I had another idea in mind when I was cutting the strips for the one that I've just showed you. But these are all the colours, all the prints, sorry, from all the other papers that I've shown in this one here. So I'm just basically going to stick them. They're all on foam. I'm going to leave a little gap. And I'm just going to stick them all like this. Nice and straight, right down through the middle of the card there. I've got a different design. I think every single one is different. And that's how it looks when the sides are all trimmed. I could see this looking really good with just like black and white. I think that would look nice with a sentiment on the top. But it would look good that way as well. So we'll see when I come to do my sentiment. So that's card number 5. So for card number 6, I'm going to do like a starburst. So I've done this similar before in one of these videos, but I've just, again, these were the sizes I had. I've kind of cut them so they're a little bit easier to tell you, because some of them were just very odd sizes, but I've cut so this piece, this is 2 by 4. So if you just do them all the same width, but whatever width, so some of these are longer just because that's the scrap size, and then you just want to cut down from the left to the right. You can do from the right to the left, it's up to you, but just cut them across on the diagonal. It's best to use a non-directional print, so all of these can be moved around. And then I'm going to start with like a center, you know, point. So again, I'll just roughly mark the middle there. It doesn't matter if it's not bang on, because you're going to, well, I will put another die over the top. I've put foam on these again, and it's going to overhang, and that's again what looks nice. If you don't want to do it directly onto the card blank, cut a piece of 5 3/4 squared, then stick them onto that, and then stick that onto your card blank. But like I said, the scraps videos, I like to just do them directly onto the card blank. I think it just gives it a different look. And then I'm just going to use the point here to start off with these bigger pieces. Again, I'll try and keep the prints, like the clashing ones, kind of away from each other. What you might want to do, I'll pop that to one side, is start to just place them first, so you know that they're going to fit. Let's do this one. If I can get another smaller one in there. And you want to have the gap, and that's what gives you, see, there's, you don't want this here, so I need to swap that one for a longer one. So we'll do that one because you want that to cover all of those areas. So this one's going to be better like down here. I'll probably get away with that one. Actually, I'll have that one there because that will fit, and then I'll have that one up there, so I know that's going to be okay for them. And I guess really if I follow that pattern, so I can have this longer one, but you want all your points, just make sure all those points go into the middle, so pull them out to make sure that the points are there. And then I'll have that one again, that's just gonna, might have to have that one down here, and then maybe have, but you can see you start to get that really lovely starburst effect. So let's do that one. Now that's already got the adhesive, I've taken it off, so I'm going to stick that one right down so it's opposite that one. Yeah, there we go. I've got them all opposite each other, and that way I know they all fit. So now I've stuck that one down, I'll take this one here and just get a nice white border between them and just work my way around. Just see I've got the gaps a little bigger here. They're a bit smaller there. Overall, I don't think it's going to matter. I probably should have just moved them around a little bit because I'd already stuck that one down and that one. I think that's where they're quite close and then they get bigger. But you get the idea. Just lay them all out first. But by the time I put the sentiment in the middle, it's going to be fine. But I'm just going to cut all of those edges off now. Okay, so I finished all 6 cards. So this was the first one that I did. Really like it. Simple, but really effective. And again, add in the foam. Just, yeah, it gives it a nice effect, and the bows look really cute as well. Then number 2, I finished it with one of these hearts. I use those a lot for these kind of quick cards. And I've got this little sentiment that I found, everyone needs a friend like you. Then this one, I finished with these beautiful big embellishments. These are very old creative expressions. I found them in a charity shop about a year ago, and I just thought it worked perfectly in the center of that flower, and I've just punched a little scallop circle there and then finished it with the sentiment. Again, very clean and simple, but really effective. This one I just thought would look nice as a good luck card, so I just used these are the ones that I've used in the last couple of scraps videos. They're the Ultimate Ribbon Sentiments by Creative Craft Products. I thought that looked quite nice. And then this one, very simple, just with the thank you topper there at the bottom. And then the Starburst. I had this Happy Birthday that I'd heat embossed and never used on a different project. And I thought that actually worked quite nice there. And it just covers up all the points in the middle. Circle would look really nice as well. You can do the Starburst effect on any shape card, and, you know, toppers in the middle. It looks really nice. So 6 really easy cards for you this week using your scraps. Thank you for all the lovely comments that you leave on the scraps videos. Me and my mum do read them all, and it's really nice that you're enjoying these. And again, let me know which is your favourite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. I'll be back again next Sunday with more inspiration on how to use your scraps. And also, you know, stay with me through the weeks. I share lots of nice tutorials there as well. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.